are building the Loz Lunar Year range family reunion dinner set today. 1034. This is a massive Loz set. It's made up with 3,425 pieces, and I can see at least 5 minifigures in the set. This is a traditional Chinese style building, which is actually very rare to see nowadays in real life, as everything is getting converted to high-rise apartments. But it's absolutely beautiful with the white walls, the black tiles. We've got a lot of Chinese traditional Lunar Year elements you can see in this set. The family reunion dinner is a huge deal in the Chinese culture during Lunar Year. People go out of their way and travel thousands of miles to make sure they can attend the family reunion dinner. And now I think it's a perfect time to build the Lunar Year range. The finished product will be 23.5 centimeters wide, 24.5 centimeters deep, and 19 centimeters tall. So still a relatively small display given how many bricks are actually making up this set. Loz sets are definitely great space savers if you struggle with display space with your Lego sets. I think Loz has made huge improvements on their packaging. Came with a gift bag like this, which is really beautiful. An outer layer box, which has a lot of sparkly gold elements and a shiny red metallic matte finish. A really beautiful texture. If you like my videos, please don't forget to click the like button below and subscribe to my channel. This will really help my video rankings and help my little channel grow. Let's now open the box and see what it looks like inside. Once we take the outer layer off, it's a black box with golden writing on it. And inside the box, we've got 2 sticker sheets, one very thick instructions book. And although the bricks are unnumbered, they made an effort to split it into 4 sections, A, B, C, D. And there are 6 bags of bricks inside each bag. So 24 bags of bricks altogether, which is split into 4 building stages, A, B, C, and D, as they separated the bags. So we still have almost 1,000 bricks in each step. This is going to be a massive build. I will try my best to complete it before the Lunar New Year, but I think the chances are against me. I will be presenting the building section of the video in stop motion mode, and once it's all completed, we can have a look at the details together. There is a chance this will become a super long video, so if it becomes too long, I will split it into 2 different episodes instead. Anyway, better get started on it. Let's build. Now completed the courtyard and ground floor section of the building. This was a massive job, but it's so beautiful. Let's have a look at the details together. Let's have a look at the courtyard section first. It's a beautiful Chinese traditional courtyard, and it's a luxury to have a courtyard like this. Externally, a very clean looking contrast with the white and grey walls and black roof. Imagine going to a town that's filled with buildings like that. It'll look like a painting. You can see a lot of Lunar Year elements at the front, including all these red scrolls with all the good fortune writings on them, the red lanterns and the big firecracker hanging at the front. We've got a lot of stickers in this set. At the front, everything you can see, all the patterns are stickers, even the little pattern on the firecracker, which is a little bit hard to apply. You can tell the two pictures of gods on the front door are not perfectly straight. That's due to my poor sticker application skill. The round window is something also very unique with Oriental architecture. Add some softness to the square building. So we've got two round windows at the front with the golden frames and also two more round windows on the sides. On the sides, you can see through the windows into the courtyard. There's some bamboos planted in front of this window and also some blossoms sticking out of this side. The patterns around the window frames here and the pictures next to the windows are also all stickers. Really peaceful and clean looking colors. The front door can be opened. We've got two stone sculptures at the front of the house. A bit hard to tell exactly what they are. Usually they're stone lions, but this is a super simplified version. Really like the flower bouquets at the front. They're made up with 2 layers of leaves and red flower studs. Makes it look really round and full. And on the top of the roof, we've got some gold elements and the golden frogs on both corners of the roof, which represents good fortune, and I think they also act as a protection for the household. Turning it around, let's have a look at this beautiful courtyard. Firstly, also a lot of stickers used again, which is probably the biggest downside with this set. The sign on top of the door and the wood pattern on both doors. You can see the latch in the middle, they kind of needs to be aligned, but because they're stickers, even when they're a little bit different in height, they don't really match up like the way mine look. We've got a lot of Oriental garden elements here. Bamboos give it a very zen and peaceful feeling. Bamboo is a classic plant in the Chinese culture. It's hollow but very strong, represents that while we need to be strong and powerful, we still need to be very humble. The grey pieces at the back is making up a little man-made mountain, which is also something very common in Chinese gardens. Some stone benches and tables with a chessboard on top. The pattern on the chessboard is also a sticker. We've got a couple of pebble patterns on the ground, which is made up with one of the very few prints in the set. This side is absolutely beautiful. The main feature is definitely this pink blossom, which is actually very complicated to make. You can see it's stacked up with a lot of different layers of leaves in different shades of pink and white. It's really beautiful and romantic. Sticking out of the window like we mentioned before and out of the top roof. This branch is slightly loose, so it falls off a little bit. Because it's a Lunar New Year, there are a lot of good fortune writings on red scrolls and red lanterns hanging off the blossom. A very cute little pond towards the back corner of the courtyard with some ducks and water lily inside. And this beige colored build, I think it looks like one of the traditional water pumps. Let me know if you know exactly what that is. I'm guessing it's a water pump. And there's also an oil lamp just under the tree. I can spend all day here. It's absolutely beautiful. Really love this Chinese garden look. You can see a very heavy Lunar Year theme, but not too much red. I think just a little bit of red elements scattered around the courtyard, which kept that very peaceful and clean look of the Chinese garden, while making it look very festive at the same time. Now let's have a look at the ground floor of the building. Wow, loving it already. Externally, there are a bit more colors on the building. Also, the very festive looking red scrolls on top of the door frame, sides of the doors, the door mat, and on the actual doors. All stickers, of course. Really love the blue and white curtain on the door frame, the same ash grey and black tiles on the roof, and I really like the two big windows. The light brown adds a lot of warmth and liveliness to the whole building. The windows have the red good luck prints on them, and these two window pieces are also one of the few printed bricks in this set. The door can be opened, which leads us into the main dining area. On this side of the building, we've got a very vintage looking window. It's clipped onto a brown tube, which you actually have to cut it into the right size. But really nice colors, a good contrast with the white wall, again adds some warmth to the color theme, and a beautiful plant on the wall that's made up with different shades of green leaves stacked together. A little poster on the wall also give you that warmth of actual real life. This of course is again a sticker. Other side of the building is a bit simpler. We've got a ladder clipped on the side of the wall and also a large newspaper display. The newspaper is also a sticker. Turning it around, we've got a lot of details here. This is clearly the main area for our family reunion dinner. The signage and the pattern on the wooden door again is a sticker. We have the same issue here with the latches on the wooden door. It doesn't really align because I am not applying the stickers accurately enough. Have a look at this side first. Not so much detail. The main thing is these staircases leading up to our first floor. We've got a screen door separating the stairways and the rest of the room. And there are 4 pictures on the screen door, which is made up with applying stickers on both sides of the window pieces. A little wall shelf here with a very simple plant and also a clock. The clock is also one of the few prints in this set. The main feature of this room is definitely the dining table. It's very grand. We've got a lot of food. A very classic round table with the spinning tabletop. I'm sure you would have seen it in Chinese restaurants. Chinese people love sharing food and want a lot of varieties. To have a spinning tabletop will allow easy access to different dishes for all guests. We've got 6 little chairs surrounding the table, wine and soda glasses on top of the table. A lot of stickers are used to make up all the patterns on the dining table. So all the dishes you can see, rice bowls, chopstick and spoon sets are all made up with little tiny stickers. So the spinning tabletop can actually be spinned as well in the build. The gold dish in the middle I believe represents one of those copper traditional Chinese hot pots. And we've got a clear ice cream piece in the middle representing the steam actually coming out of the pot. A very cute cat figure, some presents in the corner, and we've got wine jars on the floor. A very traditional looking Chinese kitchen here. Very vintage and retro looking actually. One of the only problems I'm experiencing so far is also coming from the kitchen. So you can see the cabinet in the corner, the sink and the fridge, they're all right next to each other. So I'm actually having a little bit of trouble securing them. They're a bit too tight basically, so they are squeezing each other off and bouncing off a little bit if I touch them, which is not a showstopper because they kind of just need to be placed there. All the little doors can be opened, including the fridge door, the cabinet under the sink, and their food storage inside the doors. A calendar on top of the fridge showing February Lunar New Year's Eve, and we've got these wall cabinets with the ash grey doors. They can also be opened with content inside the cabinets. We can see some spices and sauces on the wall shelf, some fish and veggies, rolling pin on the kitchen wall. It looks like a gas stove as well as a traditional stove where you use firewood to heat up. We have some fried rice and dumplings being made. Again, a lot of stickers were used in the kitchen. The only prints here, I believe, is soy sauce bottle. That's actually a printed piece. And also looks like a basket of some sort attached to the wall. The print on this particular brick is also a print instead of a sticker. Forgot to mention the very important plant in this area, which is a mandarin tree. Mandarin tree is very popular in Chinese household because they represent good fortune, something you would definitely want to put on display, especially during the Lunar Year festival. Also loving this area, very detailed and very busy area, a lot happening, but I think the colors chosen are actually really great. As busy as it looks, I think it's very tasteful and also fairly accurate. I can almost feel that great ambience during the family reunion dinner looking at this little space. This is the progress we've made so far with the Loz Lunar Year family reunion dinner set. In the next video, we will complete building the set and have a closer look at the rest of the set.